Happy Friday, everyone. So the Green Bay Packers Week 10 versus Dallas Cowboys final injury report came out today with all the injury designations. So in this video, we're going to break that down and go over all of it. And if this kind of thing does interest you and you are a new viewer here on this channel, really appreciate it if you went down, hit that subscribe button, and also like the video. It supports my channel a ton. All right, so without further ado, let's bring up the Friday injury report, this grocery list of an injury report. The Packers have so many injuries. I mean, this looks like a roster, not an injury report. So we see at the top here, David Bakhtiari. He didn't practice Wednesday, likely that rest day. Limited Thursday, limited Friday, and he is questionable. Now, he was questionable last week. He ended up playing the half and then the last drive in the game. So I say this every time when we see David Bakhtiari here. Who knows? Who knows what we're going to get? Are we going to get Bakhtiari at all? And if so, is it going to be a half? Is it going to be every other drive? Not really sure, but I do feel comfortable with Zach Tom stepping in at left tackle if he needs to. Then we see Chris Barnes. He did not participate all week. He didn't clear concussion protocol. That's why he is doubtful. Obviously, he could clear concussion protocol tomorrow and play on Sunday. But with all the concussion stuff going around and players being shut down, highly doubtful, as he is doubtful here. Devondre Campbell also out here. Did not participate all week with the knee injury, so the Packers are extremely light at inside linebacker. They have Quay Walker, Isaiah McDuffie, and Eric Wilson. And I believe those are the only three linebackers that are going to be active for this game. Now, Jonathan Abram can play some dime backer, so the Packers did just sign him. If they need him to play some dime backer even in the box and nickel, I think he can do that. So at least they just got that guy. Whether or not he's going to play a lot and is up to speed with the defense, we'll see. Then we see Mason Crosby, back injury, limited all week, no injury designation. He is ready to go. Romeo Doubs, his high ankle sprain, obviously out all week. He is out for this game and likely for the next few weeks as well. Rasul Douglas, limited all week with the calf injury. He is good to go. Super important here because Eric Stokes, which we'll talk about here in a second later, is out of this game and likely not going to play again this season. That's what Matt LaFleur said. So Rasul Douglas, again, is cornerback number 2, just like last year. What they're going to do with the slot, I'm not entirely sure. Are they going to drop Darnell Savage? Are they going to put Keyshawn Nixon in there? Not entirely sure. I feel like Darnell Savage needs a little bit of a change up here, and maybe him playing in the slot, getting him closer to the line of scrimmage and closer to all the action is better for him. Who knows? We'll see exactly what happens, but Rasul Douglas, nonetheless, will be going back out to outside cornerback here. Shamar Jean-Charles did not participate Wednesday, limited Thursday and Friday with his ankle injury. He is still out of this game, so they're going to be down another cornerback, including Eric Stokes there. Then we have Elton Jenkins, who was his rest day on Wednesday, just like Bakhtiari. He was limited Thursday and Friday. He is good to go, so he's not questionable like he was last week. He is ready to go in this game. We'll start at left guard. Really liked what I saw last week. He's had a very shaky year, but rightfully so with the whole torn ACL. I mean, he's a little bit over 11 months out of recovery here from a torn ACL, and that's not easy to do. So he's had an inconsistent year so far, but last week was really good, so hopefully puts together a back-to-back really good weeks here. And then we see Aaron Jones on this list. He was limited all week with an ankle injury. He has no injury designation. That's a little bit of a surprise to me. I thought maybe he'd go into this week with questionable. Now, I did expect him to play, but Aaron Jones is a true baller, man. It looked like that ankle injury might have been serious. They kept him out of the back end of the Lions game. I think he was in a walking boot after the game, and he's not even with an injury designation here. This guy is a complete baller. He is ready to go against the Cowboys. And speaking of Aaron Jones, I'm giving away a signed Aaron Jones Packers authentic jersey here. Thank you to pristineauction.com to enter in this giveaway, which ends November 30th, so it runs this whole month. Go to pristineauction.com, sign up on their website using my code BAS, that's B-A-S, and that also gives you a free $10 site credit as well. And speaking of Pristine Auction, I'm going to give them a big shout out for sponsoring today's video. If you guys didn't know already, Pristine Auction is your go-to place for anything sports memorabilia, signed memorabilia. They have pretty much everything on this website, from trading cards to helmets to jerseys. I love searching Packers and just scrolling through all the items they have. If you see my setup behind me, everything behind me that's signed is from Pristine Auction, and they all come with certificates of authenticity, which is really cool. You know the stuff is legit when you get it, and you can really get some really good deals since it's an auction website and a lot of these items have no reserve. If you watch when they're ending, sometimes you can steal some of the jerseys. I mean, a Paul Hornung, the signed Paul Hornung jersey over my shoulder there, I think I got for $50 or $60, and that's a steal. Golden Boy Paul Hall Horn, great jersey there to have signed. So definitely go check out pristineauction.com. Awesome website, great sports memorabilia, and they have other things like music memorabilia, all that type of stuff. It's all on pristineauction.com. But all right, guys, back to the injury report here. We have Lazard limited all week with his shoulder injury. He is good to go. Definitely going to need him with Romeo Doubs out. Sammy Watkins pretty much not doing anything. The Packers are super thin at wide receiver. Then we see Mercedes Lewis, full participant on Friday. He had his veteran rest day yesterday, so no injury there. Aaron Rodgers, limited yesterday, limited today, just like the last few weeks. No injury designation. Obviously, that thumb is still an issue, though, but no injury designation. Amari Rodgers was a new addition to the injury report today. So, of course, when there's a lot of wide receiver injuries, why not tack on another? Amari Rodgers limited today with a hamstring injury, and we've had enough hamstring injuries. I'm sick and tired of it, but he is questionable for this game. So the Packers could be down yet another wide receiver. They'll likely call up either Fulgham or Winfrey, or honestly both, but this bodes well for some more Torrey getting more snaps, which I've been calling for as well. John Runyon, the next person on this list, limited all week with a knee injury. He is good to go. Preston Smith, limited Wednesday and Thursday, full participant Friday today with the neck injury. He is good to go. Really good to see him ready to rock. With the absence of Rashawn Gary, going to need, big performance from Preston Smith in this game. Eric Stokes, as I spoke on earlier, did not participate all week. Ankle/knee injury. He is out. Likely will be placed on IR either tomorrow or early next week. Then we see Sammy Watkins here, limited Thursday, limited today. No injury designation, but what percent Sammy Watkins are we getting? 50%? Because at that point, it's not worth it. Just throw other guys out there, even Travis Fulgham at this point. But he has no designation. He will be playing in this game. And then we see Devontae Wyatt, another addition today, but it was for a personal reason. He did not participate in today's practice. So he'll be ready to go. And he's another player that I think definitely needs more snaps. I think he's showcased that he can, start to produce at the defensive line. So I think he needs to be in the game more. And I'm hoping that is the case in this game and for future games as well. But that about does it for this video. Not looking too great with all these injuries for this Week 10 matchup. In the preseason or even the offseason, you're looking at this matchup in Week 10, you're going, Dallas Cowboys, Green Bay Packers, return of Mike McCarthy to Green Bay. This is going to be the game of the year. And it's definitely not looking like that. The Packers are 3-6, 5 straight losses. Aaron Rodgers is playing nothing like an MVP. The defense is inconsistent at best. The offense is horrible. Who knows what we're going to get this Sunday, but I just want to see a good, clean game. I want to see the Packers not give up if they go down and at least, try to get a win here and hopefully get a win against Mike McCarthy and the Cowboys. That I'm hopeful for, but I'm just being optimistic. But that about does it for this one. Thanks, everyone, for watching. I'll catch you on the next one. As always, go Pack Go.